Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is your Maker2199 here, coming with you guys with my third part of my little series. Before we get into the series, I just want to take a few minutes to talk about the gameplay. This was a fairly decent game for me. It's a TDM game. I did fairly well, and this is one of those instances where having teammates that know what they're doing would have been very helpful. You guys will see, I won't spoil it, but you'll see what I mean later on. But yeah, sometimes having decent teammates, even though I play solo like I said many times, is extremely helpful. It'll help you win games, and that's what I want. But if you don't win a game, at least have fun. You be in your best and try to help out your team as much as you can. I also want to tell you guys that I've been struggling right now in getting some gameplay, and that's only because the game's been out for almost a month, I think, by now, and I've only been able to play it once. Like actually play it. I've only previously played like 4 games, and that's the games I previously had posted. I just saw me get destroyed there. But yeah, it's the games I had previously posted, and that's all I had played. So I feel like some of the players have an edge on me right now because I haven't really played it. So I don't really know like what's going on. You'll see me miss a ton of these shots. I don't really know where the blind fire is at or anything like that. I need to get used to it. But I'm not trying to make excuses though. I'm gonna get to it once I have time. I'm gonna get a lot better. You'll see. But yeah, now the other thing that I've struggled with before we get into the commentary is, since I play with a bunch of randoms and there's a lot of teams playing, because this Gears I feel is more focused towards competitive, it's really hard to keep a team. I've been struggling with that. I've been jumping into games, and a lot of people, once they start losing, they just like get out of the game, and then it's 5 or I think it's 5 against 2 or whatever, and it's the most retarded game ever. And I don't like quitting out, so I'll usually stay till the end, but yeah, it's just been so frustrating so far. Some of the styles that I've seen of gaming, it's getting a little bit campier than previous years, and it's all of that stuff is just frustrating. But once I get the practice and hold of it, I'm sure I'll be fine. So let's get into the commentary. This is part 3 of my series that I was talking about women. And for this series, I just want to emphasize more on what I meant on the last video. On the last video, I was trying to make a point that if you like someone, you have to make a move. You shouldn't like sit there and try to read body language or whatever. It is up to you to make a move and figure it out. Don't try to figure it out, trying to read for subtle signs or anything like that. I think it's, for the most part, is a big waste of time. It's part of the process. It happens. But you could avoid wasting your time if you just start, talking to the person. It is a lot easier to do that, and if things don't work out your way, you can always come out with a friendship or whatever. So, yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, like emphasize more on it, because I don't think I did. And for those of us that are shy or get scared, I've already said that in my previous video, that I'm like that due to my personality. And it is important to overcome some of the shyness and nerves and stuff like that. So it helps, and it happens with practice. It's not going to happen overnight. But the more you start talking to people and start putting yourself in weird or awkward situations, the easier it gets. And it's important to like overcome it, because nothing is gonna come to you like people say. It's not gonna rain down upon you. You're not gonna desire something and next time, your brain power is not gonna give you that. So not because you desire it doesn't mean that you're gonna get it. You need to work hard to get the things that you want. So yeah, overcoming the shyness and talking to the person will definitely help. If you don't talk to them, how are you gonna be friends, or how are you gonna go out? It's not gonna just all of a sudden be. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, Another thing that I do want to emphasize is that another thing that I've learned, and this was due to the fact that I had this supervisor that I mentioned in my last video that started making me get out of my comfort zone and all of that. That way I could have, a better future. And it helped tremendously for me, and I'm really grateful that that happened in that period of my life. But one of the things that I've been doing lately that I've tried is like the John Mayer song Say. A big part of me has always believed that it is better to say things than to keep them or to hold on to them. And I think it's a lot better to tell like the people that you like or don't like, how you feel. Not necessarily, I'm not saying to be rude about the situation, but just tell them. That way you guys are always clear and are on the right steps. You don't waste this person's time, this person doesn't waste your time. You're clear since the beginning, and if you're friends, and that's awesome. But yeah, I think for me, a lot of the time I just hold back, and there's reasons for it, but I don't hold back to the point that I wouldn't like tell this person, hey, I want to go out or whatever. I always tell the people that I'm interested. I usually always talk to them like 90% of the time. If I don't talk to a person that I like, there's a good reason behind it. It's not just because. But yeah, for the most part now, I'm just like YOLO. So that's why I'm trying to make this commentary, hopefully to inspire some of you guys that are shy like me or whatever. And even at this point, with all of the ladies that I've talked to and asked out, I still get nervous before I talk to somebody new. It's just part of it. I was an athlete for many years, and it didn't matter how many games I played in, how many times I practiced, if I had played that in that place or whatever before, and I had done tremendous and I was super confident. Before the game, I was always nervous. It's just something that never goes away. But you learn to deal with it. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to be able to do. Some of you other guys are super fine and don't need like any tips in talking to people. That is great, but you gotta be realistic or truthful. Because I've seen a lot of guys that talk to women and stuff, and they talk about nothing. They don't really ask them out or anything. They're like, oh, let's go to lunch and I'll help you out with this homework or whatever. Then they go telling everybody, oh, I dated this chick, and I'm like, bullshit. You didn't date anyone. I mean, you didn't even ask her out. If you would have asked her out, chances are she wouldn't have been there with you. She's only there because you're promising answers and stuff like that. So that doesn't count. I'm talking about being truthful. Actually going out on a date and having the intentions that you want. That's the key here. But yeah, that's another tip that I've noticed. Like, if you want a friendship or you don't know where you stand, and you're good at a subject, offer that person help, and it works. Or just tell them, if they can't purchase their own lunch, tell them that we'll go out to lunch here or whatever. Don't make a fuss about it. I usually shoot for a friendship first in some instances, and that's because sometimes that's the best approach. So that's another tip. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify things, and I want to make a statement saying that if you like someone or you want something, you have to go make it happen. Don't wait for any sign or anything like that before you try to make a move. Or you're never gonna have certainty. The only way to have certainty is after you go after it yourself and you realize what it is. That's when you're gonna be 100% sure of the situation. But before that, don't even listen to the friends. If a friend tells you, oh, this person likes you, disregard that. Yeah, sometimes it's not 100% the truth. Sometimes they're just doing it to mess around with this person. So yeah, this is what I wanted to get out in the other video. That's why I made a video so fast. You know, I don't mean to be extremely repetitive, but it's really important, you know, to emphasize that. And for the remainder of the video, I want to focus it more on women. And I just want to say that it works. This also works for women, you know. You can't just be sidelined and expect a guy to come talk to you and maybe throw some signs or whatever that you like him and he's gonna come talk to you. If you like a guy, go talk to him. You know, I've seen a lot of women and I've heard a lot of my female friends say, oh, I like this guy and I do this and I do that, and he never gets a hint. And I'm like, you just gotta tell him, you know, you gotta be more honest. Maybe he doesn't get it, you know. Everybody works at a different level. Everybody understands science at different levels. Some are better, some are worse in understanding this sort of stuff. So you just gotta go and tell the person, you know, what you feel and what it is. And it's the same for men. Women expect this from men, and sometimes, you know, I know ladies don't like to hear it, but men expect the same from women. So yeah, you know, because I do try to help out my female friends when they have problems with guys and trying to help them decipher what it means. But again, it comes down to, you know, just talking, getting over the fear, I guess. And that's gonna be my next video. I'm gonna be talking about fear and how it controls you and some of the ways that I've been able to overcome it, and hopefully it'll be helpful. And it all continues, it all ties down together, and I'll see you there. And subscribe, like, see you on the next one. Thank you.